Imagine waking up and every news headline feels like a sign. Wars in different corners of the world, people cheating, lying, chasing fame, earthquakes, floods, families broken, hearts empty. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us that before the final events, the world will drown in fitan, tests and chaos, until people will desperately long for a just leader. Tonight, we are stepping into that storm.
Honestly, it already sounds like our world.
So, are we close, or is this just general chaos?
Let's see what the Prophet, peace be upon him, actually described. In this first episode, we're going to cover 4 big things: some of the widespread corruption and moral decay before the Mahdi, the social and political chaos, wars, divisions, and bloodshed, the dispute after the death of a ruler that leads directly to the Mahdi, how all this creates a world desperate for justice, setting the stage for a man in Makkah the world doesn't expect. At the end, we'll talk about how a Muslim should live in times of confusion without losing hope.
This is not about predicting dates. It's about understanding the pattern, so your heart stays steady when the world does not.
The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, described many minor signs that grow stronger as the hour approaches. Knowledge of the religion will decrease while writing and information spread. People will compete in building tall buildings. Intoxicants, interest, and illegal relationships will be widespread. Musical instruments and shamelessness will become common. Trust will be lost. Liars will be believed, and the truthful rejected. Many scholars mention these reports together as part of a long list of minor signs.
So it's not just about earthquakes and wars. It's about a world where sin becomes entertainment, where people laugh at what Allah hates and feel bored with what Allah loves.
That really sounds like social media sometimes.
And even school. People make fun of someone who prays, but they praise someone who swears or acts wild.
Exactly. Those are the environments where a believer's heart is tested. Will you follow the crowd or stay with Allah even if you stand alone? Another group of signs the Prophet, peace be upon him, mentioned are about violence and fear. Killing will increase so much that the killer won't know why he killed, and the one killed won't know why he was killed. Wealth will increase, but barakah will vanish. People will still feel empty and greedy. Earthquakes and natural disasters will become more frequent. Trials will appear in Arabia that reach every home. Some narrations mention that Arab tribes will fight one another, and that a major trial will strike the lands of the Arabs before the Mahdi appears.
So you have a world connected by technology, but divided in hearts. Wealth in numbers, but poverty in souls. So much power, but very little justice.
It's like the whole world is off balance.
And when injustice grows, the longing for a just leader grows too, even among people who don't know his name yet. Among the clearest signs that directly connect to the Mahdi is a specific political crisis. In Sunan Abi Dawud and other collections, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that after the death of a caliph, or major ruler, there will be a dispute and disagreement among the people. During that time, a man from Medina will flee to Makkah. He doesn't want power. He doesn't want leadership. Some people of Makkah will recognize him and come to him. They will bring him out against his will and pledge allegiance to him between the Black Stone and the station of Ibrahim at the Kaaba itself.
Scholars explain that this man is Al-Mahdi, the guided one from the family of the Prophet, peace be upon him. He doesn't campaign for power. He doesn't run an election. He is forced to accept responsibility because the world is desperate for a leader who fears Allah more than he fears people.
So he literally runs away from leadership, and Allah brings it to him anyway.
Yes, that is a sign of sincere leadership in our deen. The true believer doesn't chase power, but he accepts it when Allah chooses him. So let's put the pieces together. Morality is collapsing. Fitan and sins reach every home. Wars, injustices, and oppression spread across the earth. A major ruler dies, and leaders argue. A man from Medina flees to Makkah, trying to stay hidden. People force him to the Kaaba and give him bay'ah between the corner and the maqam. In another hadith, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said that the Mahdi will appear when the earth has been filled with oppression and tyranny, and he will fill it with justice and equity.
That is why we call this episode The Storm Before the Dawn. Because all this darkness is actually preparing for the arrival of someone who will reflect the mercy and justice of the Prophet, peace be upon him.
So the worse it gets, the closer we are to that dawn?
Only Allah knows the exact time. But yes, the narrations show us that when injustice peaks, Allah sends justice. Now what do we do with all this information? 3 simple lessons. Don't lose hope when you see corruption. The Prophet, peace be upon him, told us this would happen. It's not a surprise to Allah. When you see evil, remember, Allah already promised that He will bring justice in His time. Protect your home from fitan. You can't fix the entire world, but you can start with Salah on-time Qur'an in the house, avoiding haram media, teaching your family to love Allah and His Messenger, peace be upon him. Work on being Mahdi ready, not Mahdi obsessed. We are not asked to hunt rumors or chase every news story. We are asked to be honest, stand with truth so that if we live to see him, we recognize and support him.
Tonight, we stood inside the storm, the chaos, the moral collapse, the disputes after a ruler's death, and a man in Makkah who never wanted power, but is chosen by Allah.
In the next episode, we will talk about who Al-Mahdi actually is, his lineage and descriptions from Hadith, the miracle of the army swallowed by the earth, and how his rule changes the world from darkness to justice.
So episode 1 is like the setup, and episode 2 is when the hero steps forward.
Exactly. The storm before the dawn, and then the dawn itself. And everyone watching, please like and share this video, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Jazak Allah khair.